Okay, so there is no endgame in Warframe, at least yet. A lot of us want to believe that we have one, that Fashion Frame is a true endgame, which can be true for a lot of people, but as of this moment, we have no endgame. I believe that in this current gaming culture, endgame is known as or synonymous with something that rewards you with rare and highly valuable items. In some games, those items are referred to as exotics, some are called master items, and a lot of games either lock theirs behind a paywall, behind a raid, a dungeon, or heroic bosses, or some really tough regions. Endgame rewards are meant to be unique, slightly powerful if possible, and also look cooler than the regular or common items. The most of all is that endgame gear cannot be easily achieved by every single person. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this now is to let a lot of new players know before getting into Warframe, because we're going to be having a lot of newer people. You're new to the game, you want to enjoy what a lot of veteran players have been talking about, but you have to understand, Warframe is slowly still building upon what we know from its Digital Extremes DNA, so it might take some time for some of your expectations to be fully realized or manifested within the game, and when it does, you will know why a lot of long-term players stay with the company, and I hope that you do so as well. When you examine the endgame categories that I mentioned earlier, you will notice a shell of them within the game. The reason for this is because DE is slowly building upon these known systems and are expanding on the foundation that will birth new systems in new game modes. As a new player to the grind, once you have every single item within the game or the most powerful and unique gear, you are less likely going to play further because you came from a gaming culture where you always look forward to something unique and something new to grind for. I've had an in-depth conversation with several gamers from different games in different gaming communities, and during our discussion on what franchises can do to improve within this gaming universe itself, Destiny and Warframe had a similar path. But with Warframe, it was mostly endgame in most of the cases because Destiny wasn't struggling as much as Warframe when it comes to aspects like that. In the past, raids used to be the endgame for Warframe players because the endgame rewards were arcanes and you need to do raids in order to acquire those items. It required lots of communication and lots of planning. Now everyone can get every single item in the game unless they are event items or vaulted items, and even when it comes to vaulted items, they might still be able to get it when the items become unvaulted. This is where we reach the crossroads of the good, the bad, and the fair. The good is that you can join Warframe and easily acquire these items as long as you have the mastery for it. They are not locked behind any paywall, no predatory practices, and if you want to look good, you can do that too from day one. You know you can sign up for the game today and enjoy what every single veteran has been talking about. Arcanes are easy for you to get, your focus school can be easily maxed every single day, you can farm, buy, and build several items if you have the patience or the plats to do so. And that is the beauty of the current system within Warframe right now without an endgame. The bad is that once you have reached a level and completed some of these items and these requirements, there is no motivation to keep on going. These are the things that I even uncovered before I became a Warframe partner. This is also why many Warframe vets are taking year-long breaks or several months of breaks away from the game. There are no raids to challenge their skills and give them something to grind for. Sanctuary Onslaught is a glorified horde mode with no real achievement. The rewards are cool, but we have several items that look cooler, deal more damage, and requires less effort to attain. Eidolon hunts are a joke after few runs. I can say for myself that I have accumulated hundreds and thousands of Eidolon items, and I don't have any reason to do it unless I'm bored. I know that some of you may see this and think that it's because I get some of the items for free from Warframe, which is quite true. However, even when I get those items for free, I still go out there and farm those items individually every single time so I can give it to someone who doesn't have it and someone who needs it. And I still farm these items, even the prime items, every single time just so I can give it to someone else. I buy the accessories packs if it looks good because that is one item that you can now farm in the game. But there is nothing to challenge you other than extended survival runs. So the lack of real endgame is what currently plagues this game, and you might not find one till October or maybe next May. So these are some of the things that you have to really look into. Now here is going to be the fair part. No endgame means you cannot buy power in some cases. You can have as much amount of knowledge as the next veteran player. If you leave the game today, you can come back in 3 months and chances are you will not miss anything major. And if an endgame is introduced, you can all start on the same level. But this situation is only going to be good for you as a new player, because after certain levels, you might get tired of the same game mode or doing the same thing, which are some of the things about horde shooters or looter shooters like this. However, if you enjoy the grind, then you're going to love it. The endless grind doesn't have a different satisfactory value, which I believe is one of the big problems that we have. If it had different items and different rewards, then people will not have a problem with the grind whatsoever. However, when we also look at other things and what is going on, these are some of the things that DE is also trying to improve, and one of the things that they have spoken about in their TennoCon event. So if you join Warframe today and expect a World of Warcraft or Destiny or Monster Hunter experience, chances are you will not get it. This is a different game entirely with its own genre and a whole community. We are part of the building blocks that birth these innovations. Your experience will be different, but will improve over time. Now for my veteran players out there, I think DE in particular needs to bring back the arcane helmets, but give them different designs, different looks, make them untradeable, and give them unique effects as well, and that will make them feel exotic and more powerful. They could release specific ones for specific frames, or make it a universal helmet so that you can acquire different ones and put it on and look good. This will give players hope and something to grind for, something cool, something unique, something you cannot buy either. And I hope this clears things up for a lot of new players, and I hope my veteran players agree with me as well. Now with that said, there is a giveaway coming up. I will be giving away 3 plat codes for 75 plats each, one for the PC, one for the Xbox One, and also one for the PS4. And I will also be giving away a Limbo Prime access as well. All you need to do is to drop your name, your in-game name, and your platform down below, and I will be doing a drawing at the very end of next week, or maybe at the end of this week, probably at the end of this week, and then I will be announcing who the winners are. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and remember to turn on your notification bell icon as well. There are more videos on this channel to watch if you enjoy the content, and you can also support the channel through Patreon, PayPal, and other ways as well. Thanks a lot for coming. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.